live.
Yeah. And this train wreck is live. There you go.
Yeah. Hey.
Talk to the people while I set some stuff up.
Hey, Jeff
people.
McKinney. Some shit went down. That's all I'm saying.
Sour
Maybe this show won't exist next week. Who knows?
It's possible at this point. Let me see if anything will actually record.
JVB's mixing a hurricane before he goes insane. Yeah, we are alive, man. Hey, and we saw everything you said.
And to that, we all say,
oh, Brad's having a hot butcher again. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, and since we're not going through the mixer, nothing will record locally.
Okay.
So I can just stop recording because it's all going to fail. And I'm guessing you guys won't hear this.
What?
Yeah. All right. So we have no tracks to play.
Okay.
I'll have to add those in afterwards. What else could go wrong? We don't have guests.
Okay.
well, they don't know how to read an email.
If they're watching,
they're going to be on next week, dude.
Yeah, they're going to be on next week.
And I'm going to be enjoying some of this Drink Smith tonight. This is the Hibiscus Haze.
So hopefully shit will get recorded. Otherwise, it may just be live. And that's it.
So what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Is that going to hinder our ability to do an after party? I want to do an after party. Are we going to do an after party?
Yeah, we can still do an after party.
I was thinking, it's well, if it doesn't get recorded, what's the difference? But I think we should just roll the after party right after the end, and just we haven't done that in a while. Just give it to everybody, and maybe it'll reel some people in on the Patreons.
All right. Have either of you, because it is it's been chaos for me tonight. Did anybody update the show notes since we don't have guests or anything to reconcile that?
give me a second. I had to listen to John talk about stuff.
You were telling me stories about surfing. I wasn't telling any stories. My son's watching tonight.
Oh, nice. There is an anonymous badger that's in our notes right now. That's probably our guest for next week.
Probably.
Either that or, someone's spying on us. Wow.
That could be. All right. See, so I don't have to worry about recording anything. I don't have to worry about playing any music. I don't have to worry about queuing up the sounds.
Oh, we're doing this old school.
It's all kinds of old school.
We're doing this old school.
This beer may not be enough for the show tonight. I'm just saying that right now.
Well, go grab the tequila that we got in the mail a few days ago.
Oh my God, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, that was a delicious surprise.
I might just grab some of that tequila and just put one of those bottles away before we get started here.
I said, why don't you get that tequila that came in the mail the other day? You read my mind.
All right. Brad's watching, right?
He's up there. He's up there somewhere. JVB's just been monopolizing the chat.
Hot Butcher's getting poured tonight. Brad. Oh my God.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this motor oil.
I was gonna say.
What the hell is that, dude?
I'm drinking motor oil that's gone through a tree, I think. Shit, look at the head on this thing.
Awesome. That's awesome. Ooh, I'm feeling the heat on this Tripel that I just poured.
All right. Oh, this shit's nuts.
Oh, so
Okay.
we're not getting any video or anything?
What's that?
Huh?
Will we get video cues?
No.
Yes. We'll get video cues.
Yes.
That will be there. But
do you want me to like sing? I can.
If you want to sing Jeff Solomon, that seems like that seems like a great idea. That seems
once you start talking, like we have it set up so kind of one person kind of cancels out the other, and right, like that won't. If we were all in the same room, it'd be better.
Yeah,
maybe not.
At least you can smell my farts.
So. That's just what we need. So yeah, like I'll play the video intro. You'll hear everything from there, but when it goes to the music, that won't happen.
Yeah.
So through the show, everything will be normal except for that music at the beginning.
Got it.
Because normally I control the sound levels on it, and I can't do that in the with a recorded video. So I usually do that part live. Everything else will be the same. We'll still do the intro, and then I'll wait a few. It'll be back to old school. Remember old school? Between every segment, I do the countdown. So we won't do that. But yeah. All right, so you're giving me that.
Everybody is updating their resumes because now after this, they're going to know how to make sausage.
Yes. Rhett wants Sinatra. Have I ever sung Sinatra on the show?
Yes, you have.
Was it "Fly Me to the Moon" or did I do?
I believe it was.
Or was it "Witchcraft"?
I believe
Fly me to the moon.
Take me to the stars. Something about Venus and Mars.
Let me see what spring is like. Another one. I did do that one. Okay.
At the sound of the tone, the official "We Like Drinking" time will be 5 o'clock. Commence consumption.
What?
That's it? That's all we get. Look at Jeff in the high. Was a great ollie there. Look at the hairstyles of Jeff Solomon.
That was like a 2-inch ollie, motherfucker, out of a ramp. How dare you?
This week on episode 317 of the We Like Drinking podcast, we'll be discussing all the booze that's fit for the news. We're playing games and drinking drinks because we've got no guests. So crack open that beer, uncork that wine, and let's get drinking.
On a Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, drinkers, you have no idea what you're in store for tonight. It has been raining dogs and there's been cats running the video all week. And today has been a cluster of clusters. Nothing's working in my computer. And we lost our guest for the week. And so we're just going to see what happens. What goes 317? Fuck this episode.
317? What's that? That's the episode. I can't believe we've been around that long. I was just surprised that.
You know what? That's 317. 3's a prime number. 1's a prime number and 7's a prime number. They all add up to 11, which is also a prime number.
And that's the problem.
I want some prime rib right now. Pass the horseradish. It was interesting, Eccles. You started off the episode like it was MTV Diary. I don't know if you remember that, Joe.
I don't.
You think you know, but you have no idea. They'd follow like Snoop Dogg for a day. Wow, Snoop, you're on your bus playing video games and smoking weed. I can't believe it. So insightful.
So let me say cheers, my podcast drinking friends, and welcome to Happy Hour 317 of your favorite award-winning topical beer and wine education podcast focusing on fun.
Fun.
Like, I don't know. I'm so discombobulated. Like, we were about to have like a jam-packed episode, and now it's all loosey-goosey. So we're just going
on to shit already.
We're stretching. We're stretching.
Stretching
We're
the whole
stretching.
time. So make sure you
Cafe at the boardwalk.
make sure you never miss another episode of our brand of drinking fun by visiting welikedrinking.com/subscribe.
Subscribe.
I almost spit out my beer.
Dan says 317 is the new 2020. So you hear us all rambling on. Let's find out who we are, and we may as well go through what we're drinking now. We're joined by our usual panel members. We have our California Sustainable Wine Growing Ambassador and recovering wine blogger, Jeff Solomon.
My name is Jeff.
Our commercial brewer and snake wrangler, John Ruyak.
Hey, folks.
And I am your host and certified specialist of wine, Jeff Eccles. Now, as we kind of mentioned the show, there was a scheduling conflict that kind of came up with our guests. We were supposed to have the gentleman from Drinksmith on tonight. We just pushed it to next week, so that's going to end up being an even better episode because we're going to be able to do more with them. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be better in the long run that it got moved to next week. But at the 11th hour, it kind of left us hanging. So we're just going to make do with nothing. And, sometimes that makes for the best episodes, I think. So let's start off with John Ruyak. What are you drinking tonight?
So we did that. Delirium episode last week, right? So
Yes.
I bought a couple of extra beers at Total Wines that day, and one of them was this Tripel Carmelite, which is not brewed by the Carmelite monks, but based on their recipe, which uses Pilsner malts, wheat, and oats. This is clocking in at 8.4% ABV, and it is bottle conditioned, which makes for a very lively pour when it's first in the glass. But lots of fruity notes, and oddly enough, it's based on the Carmelite Monastery recipe. Kind of smells a little bit like caramel. A lot of sugars on the nose and pretty fruity. Obviously, very effervescent, and while sweet, it's got a pretty clean finish, and you can taste that there's a warming effect to the alcohol. So maybe this was fermented a little bit warmer than some others where you can have a higher alcohol content but not feel the burn. So I'm feeling the burn a little bit on this one.
Do you have your mittens?
My mittens?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I do have a backup for, if we go long tonight, if we do an after party. I picked up this Mandarina Bavarian lager from Boxing Bear on the way home.
Awesome.
Young lady used to work for us at Lizard Tail, works there now, and she did me right by giving me a little bit of a discount on this one, so we'll try it out.
All right. Yeah, I imagine going long isn't what we're going to do tonight, but we'll see. 8.5. You never know. Jeff Solomon, what's in that glass of yours?
Hey, well, nothing's in the glass yet because even though they didn't make it on the show tonight, Drinksmith sent me fucking 10 different 200 milliliter ready to mix cocktails, and I'm not waiting to get the party started. So if you're asking me what I'm drinking next week, it's whatever makes it to next week. This one right here, so it's really neat. Like they paired up.
I gotta say, I knew this is what you're gonna pour
because of the name, right?
Yeah.
They paired up with, different mixologists, and they have like their Instagram handles on there. So Bad Birdie came up with this one. It's the Hibiscus Haze from Drinksmith. It uses Lopez Real Mezcal with hibiscus flowers, cinnamon, fresh lime juice, cane sugar and mint infused water. The cocktail shakes out to 16% alcohol, and this is supposed to be 2 100 milliliter servings. But it's President's Week. I'm gonna drink the whole bottle. But here's what's cool, right?
This is so cool.
You've got, and I don't even know which one's on top, which one's on bottom. It looks like the sour component is on the bottom of this, and then the sweeter component is on the top. So what you do is you actually like twist the bottle. Look. There we go. And you start to see like the pink seep into the yellow, and now I'm shaking it. And now I've got myself a mixed cocktail, and I'm just going to pour this into.
That's pretty effing cool.
Yeah, whatever fucking glass is here. It's really cool. Earlier today, Kara got into I think it was like a cucumber margarita, but look at this fruit punch right here. This looks delicious. And dude, super like smoky nose from the mezcal. Definitely like a citrusy like lime on the nose as well. Really well balanced. I love the smokiness to this. What I don't like out of a lot of as we get introduced to like pre-mixed cocktails and stuff like that, they often come out a little bit sweeter than I'm used to. Like that's not really part of my cocktail game. So a lot of times I'll have to add like some sparkling water or something just to kind of mute that a little bit. But the smokiness of this mezcal is really just it's bringing everything together. Not overly sweet, not overly smoky for those of you that are kind of like hesitant of that. This is delicious.
I'm so excited to get into those. Mine haven't arrived yet, so that's why I'm not drinking one tonight. However, Brad, who's watching live, or you may remember a while back, he sent me a ton of beer, which was super awesome. And there was
thanks, Brad.
And it was like 90% IPAs, double IPAs kind of thing. But there was one can in there that I was like, I don't know if I want to open that one up, but I'm getting into it tonight. This is from the Hop Butcher. This is Fat Bear. This is 16 ounces. This is 10.5 ABV. This is the Peanut Butter Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate. So this has got, I can't read it. Oh, creamy peanut butter, rich milk chocolate, and soft caramel. And for those that could see it pour live, like this literally poured like motor oil. It was very viscous to the pour. And my room right now, it smells like if you were starting to melt down. Not some Reese's peanut butter cup because it's a little bit more dark chocolate than that, but it's not far off from a melted Reese's peanut butter cup.
Would you describe the pour as like that thing where you look into the diaper bag and you realize there's a 2-week-old bottle of formula in there? Did it pour like that, like a little clunk, 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 clunk?
There wasn't. It wasn't so much clunk clunk. It was definitely a glug glug kind of pour.
It wasn't the yogurt pour.
This was it was heavier than whole milk. I'll say that, and it is very strong in the chocolate notes, and it's I was expecting a bit more of a dark chocolate. It's a little bit more milk chocolate. The peanut butter is coming through heavy, and then on the end it gets super black coffee flavor. Like it ends on a coffee note big time, and the flavor and you have a Reese's peanut butter cup, there's that aftertaste that it's kind of a peanut butter, kind of a chocolate kind of thing. That after the coffee has left, I'm left with that I just ate a peanut butter cup
Oh
flavor.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hot garbage mouth. Oh, I timed that well. Hey, so that is classified as a stout, you're saying?
Yes.
I'm surprised that nobody on this panel, considering we created the holiday, I'm surprised that nobody is drinking a porter for hashtag World Porter Day, which is happening this upcoming Saturday.
I think we changed it to Saturday.
Eccles, like, I don't know why we
I
made
thought we
this
changed it to Friday.
Like, I want it to be on a Friday, but you were saying it's just,
I thought
we invented hashtag World
you know
Porter
what?
Day.
I've got a smoke brush. Not a smoke brush porter. I've got a smoke.
Can we officially change it in the Wikipedia of dates? It will now be the third Friday of February.
Because Fridays are fun.
Fridays are fucking fun.
Yeah.
Nobody's like worrying about like date. Oh, it's international blah blah blah. It's a Saturday. You're doing what you do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Everybody drink a porter on Friday. So those of you
today,
because
we aren't
in your ear holes. Yes,
because we aren't doing it. But at least I'm drinking a stout.
Yeah.
I thought I was saving it for pictures on Friday.
Yeah, do that anyway. Fuck the show. Who cares? It's all about the tavern.
So yeah, everybody for the tavern on Friday tonight, drink a porter
for World Porter Day. I mean, it is important to us that you drink it, even if we don't think it's important.
Pizza Port. I think I do have some of their bacon and eggs. Coffee. Is it a fucking stout? I think it's a porter. I hope it's a porter. I gotta go get some porter.
Yeah. While you're doing that, we're gonna move on with
wine, beer, spirit, or pop culture reference. This is where I'm gonna give the panel, as well as those watching live, as you ought to do every Tuesday night at WeLikeDrinking.com/show. I'm going to give all y'all a term, and you just have to tell me, is this a wine reference, beer reference, a spirit reference, or some sort of pop culture reference? The term this week is Olympus Mons. Is Olympus Mons a wine, beer, spirit, or some sort of pop culture reference? I will go with Jeff Eccles.
Again, you guys picking me every week. Can you spell it, and can you type it in the show notes? Because I don't want to.
It's two words. First word is OLYMPUS. Second word is MONS. Olympus Mons.
Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons. This is definitely this is a beer reference. This is a hop variety that's coming out of the Pacific Northwest. There's a hop breeding group up there that released this in the mid 80s.
They're from Olympia, so that makes sense too.
Yeah,
okay, so Eccles says that this is a beer reference. I do just want to go into the chat here. I've got Rhett saying it's a popcorn reference, which I don't think is a thing. Brad says it's pop culture, not saying what type of pop culture. And JVB says it's a beer reference, an exploding beer. Interesting. Okay. John Ruyak, what say you?
I do believe somebody's got a probe landing at the foot of Olympus Mons on Mars. I believe it is the tallest known mountain in our solar system. Olympus Mons is a mountain on Mars. This is a pop culture reference.
Interesting.
Is that the one that's launching the helicopter?
In the thin Martian air, I don't know how it's going to get off the ground. I don't know.
It's got big propellers and they go really fast.
You know, it almost seems like I planned everything out since y'all are talking about this probe landing on Mars and everything. You know, it's President's Week, right? And so, you know, the kids are at home. They've been at home the whole time, but now since there's no school, Parker and I made a volcano from a National Geographic kit, and I 5 minutes before the show, I flipped open page 8, where it says, "Cool science fact: the largest volcano in the solar system is Olympus Mons on Mars. It's about 375 miles across at the base and rises to a height of more than 15 miles. Fuck everybody." It's a pop culture reference.
And the word is...
It's 2 words, Olympus Mons. I kind of liked the idea of it being like a Northwestern hops variety. I thought that was cool.
Well done, John.
Thank you.
Well,
I had a dream as a kid of being the first person to climb Olympus Mons. Wouldn't that be cool as fuck?
You know,
maybe maybe.
Go back and look at what JVB wrote, because he literally wrote, "It's an exploding beer like the volcano on Mars."
Like
this
a
guy,
volcano on Mars.
Like, oh, you didn't know which volcano, did you, JVB? You dumbass.
He also said that, for the record, it would be funnier if it were a sex reference. So.
Oh, God. So different thing. Oh, man. We start talking about what's analogous to what. It's not good. You see that
yes, Jeff.
Okay, so follow the seam back there, and then
at this point, I really don't think we should go into our Dracaena Wines promo.
Hey, everybody. We will. Lori, we're going to give you your Dracaena Wines thing later, but yeah, probably let it rest for a second.
Let it smoke a cigarette.
You guys, does anybody got anything that matches their pulp?
You guys week? Up for a long night of searching for Olympus Mons in the telescope? Try Dracaena Wines. we'll do the Dracaena promo later. Promo code WLD.
All right. I got to cut that last 5 minutes out. So, you know, folks, like we said, we don't have a guest this week. We touched on a little bit of what we're drinking. So right now, it's been a while since we got heavy into this, but here we go. It's Booze News. We're going to discuss interesting, noteworthy, or stuff that I haven't even perused yet. So I think John
I put a couple of stories out there. Yeah. Don't view it.
By the way, our buddy Ryan needed to know what I was drinking. It's the Hibiscus Haze cocktail from Drinksmith. You twist the bottle and then it's
you know, it's awesome that we do a podcast full of visual jokes. I just think it's,
you know, each one of you could be a producer of our show by going to welikeDrinking.com/pledge, or just send me some Hibiscus Haze, and that tends to make the show better.
Well, you know, we got a couple of things to talk about, but you know, if I said, hey JVB, if I threw out the name Francois Doza, what would you say? There was an article in Vinography this week about this guy who was the former CEO of a French steel company, and his lifelong pursuit has been collecting ancient wines, and meaning wines that are 60, 80, 100, 150 years old. And he posted a video on Instagram of a portion of the wine bottles that he's consumed in the last couple of decades. And it's literally a room of empty bottles that probably represents about 50 or $100 million worth of juice. It's just ridiculous. So, I mean, I don't know if it's really a story, but if you think you got game, no, this dude's got game and you don't.
Let me say this.
Okay.
The links in the show notes, everybody should click through just to see this video. This guy is showing off not the bottles he's about to drink,
Yeah.
but all the bottles he's been drinking for years.
Yes.
This guy has a room in his house.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say it's the size of, depending on the high school you went to, there was like the main gym, and then there was the small gym on the side where they did like the wrestling tournaments and stuff. So the size of a small gym on the floor, right? It looked like it was on the floor, just fucking bottles. Every square inch of this room in his house
Is covered with empty bottles.
covered in empty bottles, like some sort of fucking hoarder. I honestly, it's weird. After Russian River, the whole like Pliny situation happened, the reason why they don't normally do Pliny the Younger in bottles is because they don't want people to try to resell them. But what was really interesting, and I bet you if you went on eBay right now and looked up Pliny the Younger, you will see people selling their empty bottles of Pliny the Younger. You know why they're selling them. There's two reasons why people would buy them. One of them is because somebody's an idiot and doesn't realize that you can't sell a full bottle of booze on eBay. And so they're buying this bottle thinking there's going to be beer in it when there won't be. And the other is they want to buy it to fill it up with something else and then pass it off as something else. All I'm saying is I'm not impressed by anybody saying, look at me, I'm a hoarder. Look at all these empty bottles. I could collect empty bottles. You know what? I'm just going to fucking hang out in the back of the French Laundry and I'm just going to collect empty bottles, because no sane person would actually like hold on to the unless I will. Okay. Crazy, like special occasion. You were invited out to dinner with like Michelle Obama or something. Like you might save that bottle. But to have a fucking room from front to back that you couldn't even walk in full of empty bottles, that guy's not a baller. That guy's a fucking sucker, dude. This is the guy. This is the guy. Contrary to the character I play on this show, I'm actually a very intelligent man, and I was known for just doing very well in school. I was the guy where when the cute chick came up to me and said, "Ooh, would you please help me with my homework?" I would say, actually, maybe I should have said yes. I would say, "No, I'm not going to do your homework for you. Don't be a dumbass." This is the guy that I think everybody talked into like doing. He would do people's homework for him because he's a fucking idiot, dude. He's doing anything to like, oh, look at all my empty bottles, dude. You know what? I'm just going to start like stealing pictures off the internet. And I know apparently this guy's like world renowned, like everybody. Oh, he drinks the best wine. Or does he? I mean, I don't know. I never heard of this dude. And honestly, even if he is like a real dude, well known for throwing these big old wine parties, I don't want to go to your dumbass wine party. I'm supposed to respect the taste of somebody who's just got a room dedicated to his house of empty bottles. Like, I give a shit.
Yeah, that's really
Fuck
weird.
you.
It's either, like you're saying, a hoarder, or I don't know. Is that supposed to be impressive that he has had all the? I mean, here's a little tip for that dude. Like, if you set your oven to like 175 degrees, put
Feel
your
the
bottle
label.
in there. Put your bottle in there for like 5 minutes. It melts the glue and you can peel the label right off. Then you can get a book and you can glue it in there. And then you can give somebody a coffee table book that says, I'm so much cooler than you. See ... And then they can open and they can flip through and see all the empty bottles labels that you've had. But I don't, and come on, dude, if you're going to have a room devoted to it, at least build some shelves, like kind of have some way of displaying, as opposed to every time you open it up, it's just the clinkle of bottles falling, the dominoes of bottles falling throughout your room.
I envision
wait a
this
minute,
guy.
wait a
I
minute.
envision this guy being like Steve Martin in The Jerk, and you're like, "Hey, can you show me that bottle way over there in the corner?" He's like fumbling through, fucking falling, and like, come on, this guy's stupid. This
Okay,
guy's dumb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go troll that comment section. Click the link in the show notes. I'm gonna fucking troll those
All right.
motherfuckers.
Couple of things. I'm going to show that picture to my wife because she's been on my case to get rid of my beer bottle collection in my garage for years now. So I haven't put it, and you talk about clinking and knocking them over every now and then. I mean, it's the same cabinet in the garage that I have like all my extension cords for my yard tools. So I'll pull a cord out and a bottle will fall on the floor in the garage and break. So, I mean, why are you keeping them? Well, I said, well, if I ever open my own brewery, I want to put them in there. And she, I've got like 260 bottles in there from all these different breweries. And she made me throw out like 300 other ones on another move from out of another house. I would have 500 different beer bottles with different labels on them.
Yeah, and you'd have a show like ours totally making fun of you for it.
Yeah, exactly. Except that 550 bottles of beer that I drank, I probably spent $3,000, not $30 million.
Hey, everybody, hold up! I got to take one for my Insta. Look at all these bottles.
Did you guys see this week that they have found what they consider to be a 5,000-year-old brewery in Egypt?
I saw that. Did you see what they estimated the weekly production was?
Was it 5,000 gallons?
5,000 gallons a week.
That's a lot, right?
Well, according to John Forsyth, those Egyptians knew how to throw a party, right?
I mean, it was probably all for one night of sex and vomiting and more sex. And then Who's Your Daddy was the game of the 10 months later that everybody got to play.
Exactly. Oh,
And then afterwards, they're like, "And son, these are all the bottles we saved from the night of your conception."
all right.
I'm pretty sure I was there.
But I won't admit to it in court.
All right, Judd. What else you got?
One more story.
Okay.
Solomon, what think you of this rumor that Stella Artois and Palace Boards is getting together on a collab?
Yeah, I saw that. Palace Skateboards and Stella Artois. There is a follow-up. The collab, I don't know if you can buy them yet, but you can get like these shirts where it looks like Stella Artois, but it says Palace Artois. No, can I tell you something real quick? There are certain skateboard companies that they get to a point where they're not skateboard companies anymore. Palace, Supreme. Anytime your skateboard company is referenced by Hype Beast, and anytime you go to like somebody's online catalog, Palace Skateboards, you can't find a skateboard on their website. So do I give a shit about the Stella Artois and Palace Skateboards collaboration? Absolutely not. You know who's gonna buy those t-shirts and a fucking pair of pants that says Palace Artois? Some asshole that has a little gym full of empty bottles in his house, like, hey, look at me. Oh, I got the new Palace Stella Artois drop. Fuck you, dude. Like, that's so stupid. Like, I'm sorry, man. And like, it's really, I'll tell you what, it's just dumb. It's just dumb.
I tell you what,
how about put out a skateboard? How about make a skateboard, Palace? Why don't you do a collaboration with a piece of wood and make a skateboard?
I tell you what, though, the marketing in this is going to be fantastic because, the Stella Artois, their big thing is they pour the beer into their special glass, right? And then they get done and then they grab the knife and they slide off the glass, all the foam, and then they can serve it. Come on, now you got a skateboard. Now you got some hella cool skateboarder. So you got the guy pouring the beer and he sets the beer down, and then Jeff Solomon comes through with an ollie and just wrecks everything, just blows it all up because he missed his hit.
Dude. Hey man, you get ollie on my Palace skateboard? You just scuffed the tail.
But
you gotta do? Ride it?
No, they
purse.
They knife the glass with the skateboard as they ollie past it, or I don't know, whatever fucking trick they do. The back hodank.
The back hodank. That sounds cool. We're gonna invent a skateboard trick
on your Stella glass.
It looks out. Oh no, I'm not gonna say it was. Sounds like it was invented in a trailer park. I'm not good.
Well, you just did.
Okay, sorry.
That inner monologue failed right there, John.
Yeah. Hey, take all these ideas, launch them in a probe to Olympus Mons. Hopefully that shit erupts. Yo, man, we're blowing up. Literally. We're covered in lava of Mars.
Send the potatoes too, because things might get bored up there.
Have you guys seen those ads? Like you could send an anonymous potato to somebody. Have you seen that? Like just deliver a potato to somebody's house with like a note on it. Dude, a fucking potato shows up at your house and says, yo, man, did you hear about the Stella Artois Palace drop?
Dude, like we have to make this commercial. Dan just said Solomon yells poser as he does the ollie and knocks over all the glasses. Like this commercial's got to be made.
Yo, man,
we got to figure out how to make this happen. Oh, well,
you know what? You get a bunch of red Solo cups and fill them up with Bud Light or Coors Light. Just
mow them down. Don't even try a trick. Don't even try a trick.
Just mow them down.
Just skateboard through them as fast as you can.
Belly.
And then after you get through them, then you do the ollie. Is this even a show? I don't even know. Is this an episode?
Yeah,
I don't even know if this is an
when
episode.
are we recording this?
This is
like just an after party for Mozart.
This is like, yeah. Okay. All right. Jeff, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, I believe they're Idaho russet potatoes. You can write whatever.
No,
you can write whatever you want on there, except for Palace Artois, because they will sue your ass.
Is
Yeah,
that
right.
like
Palace Artois and potato.
No, I mean, do you have any news stories you want to talk about?
Here I wanted to tell y'all a little story. All right,
About a man named Jed?
about a triple IPA from a really distinguished California brewery. Sales were online last Thursday. Altamont released Scarcity Triple IPA, 11%. I went online that night. I put it in my cart and I bought it, and it was delivered to my house the very next day. And yeah, here's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to highlight all the amazing California breweries that are making IPAs, triple IPAs right now. That they're not going to make you feel like an asshole when you try to buy it, and then they say "fuck you." So shout out to Ultimate. Shout out to Promised Land. Their Slurp Juice is back. I'm probably going to pick some of that up too. And shout out to any brewer that will take my money and allow me to keep my respect. So there you go. Fuck you, Russian River. I'm still pissed at you.
I guess we're not going there on our trip, huh?
That's the new. No, we'll go. It's fun, really good beer.
When we ever get a chance to do that.
They're
in 2022.
Their sours room, like their open fermentation vat, like it's so cool. It's awesome. But yeah, fuck you guys. Disrespect me. Not you, Russian River.
And
let me take stuff out of my shopping cart. That's not cool.
And I guess with fuck you guys.
Yeah,
we have a pun.
I'm glad this show will never see the light of day.
We have a fun partnership to tell you about this week. Our good friend and clown car driver Lori over at Dracaena Wines has offered up all our listeners a special deal. If you purchase any wine from them and use code WLD at checkout, you will get 5% off your order. Additionally, Dracaena Wines is going to be kind enough to send 5% of that order to WLD. So it's a great way to help Lori out at Dracaena Wines. It's a great way to help out the sailors here at We Like Drinking. And it's a great way to help yourself out by putting some delicious Cabernet Franc into your face hole. We've had multiple viewers, listeners of the show purchase it and come back and say, holy crap, this wine is amazing. If you haven't done it, you're missing out. Go to welikedrinking.com/wine. You'll go right to Dracaena, pick out the state you're in, put in the code WLD, order up all the Cab Franc. They also have a Grenache, a Rosé, and they will be having a Chenin Blanc soon. So tons of opportunity for you to get some delicious wine. So check it out. welikedrinking.com/wine.
Brad wants to know when rosé season starts. It's all year long. They just got to make some more, man. So soon.
Okay. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to edit the living fucking shit out of this episode. So is there anything we want to go back and add or talk about? Or
have we offended somebody?
No, just it's absolute chaos. Like there's no rhyme or reason to anything.
Those are the best shows.
Yeah. All right. All right. I may want to take 37 of the fucks out. I don't know.
Don't take them out. Just bleep them.
No, I'll take them out. I won't bleep them. That's way too much of a pain in the ass.
Oh, really?
Yes. All right. I guess if you guys got nothing else, we could talk about wine. No, I don't want to talk about that. All right. Fuck it. We're just going to.
Yeah. I don't know. Any of you dumbasses in the chat have something to say?
Well, if we've insulted literally everybody we've talked about, except for Lori, it must be.
Last call.
Last call.
The comments are it's just all curse words and bleeps, and apparently the viewers like the show tonight. So we've reached last call. Time
Last
to clean
call.
house and lock the doors. You know what we do here, folks. We're looking for a little bit of help from you. John Ruyak, if folks want to follow us on the social media platforms, how can they do so?
Well, there's a couple places there, folks. Twitter, that's We Like Drinking 1, and that's numeral 1, We Like Drinking 1. And then there's Instagram, which is just straight up We Like Drinking, and the tavern, welikedrinking.com/tavern. If you're not a member, you should be. If you're not, ask for an invite. We'll say yes, and then you can join in the fun.
Absolutely. Still loving all the content going on there. I don't have to do everything. Everybody else has taken off. Kristen, thank you for taking over a roll call last week. I asked these two knuckleheads to do it. They didn't show up. Kristen did. Kristen's getting promoted. Jeff Solomon, if the folks have some thoughts on the show, where can they go to leave a review?
I did want to say real quick, JVB did a roll call on Monday. Much love for that. So look, those of you listening, ears only, much respect, right? Take a moment, look at your phone, scroll down on your podcasting app to where you see those empty 5 stars, fill them up and leave us an honest review. What do you love about this show? What do you hate about this show? You probably hate more than you love, but give us 5 stars anyways. And those of you who are watching live, as you ought to do, every Tuesday night around 7:30ish Pacific at welikedrinking.com/show, or just straight from YouTube, make sure that you click subscribe and like and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment in there. Well, some of you leave too many comments when we're doing it live, but the others of you, the lurkers, I want to hear from the lurkers. If you're a lurker right now in the comments, right, I'm a motherfucking lurker.
39.
And that's it. Your review could be just fuck if you would like.
40.
Just so you guys know, my mom texted me.
Yeah.
She said, "Mom's watching. Are your guys' faces all red?" Pretty much. Looking at the screen, looks like everybody's got some red faces going on. Now, if you've done all that, you followed us on all the social media platforms, you've left us a comment and a review on the iTunes, and you're looking to do more, you can become an Uber supporter. I can't even look at the comments right now. You can become an Uber supporter of the show by visiting welikedrinking.com/pledge to find out how you can become a financial supporter of the show. Like Mr. Rhett did this week by becoming, I can't figure it out because I think he updated it on the fly. So he's either a $5 or a $7 supporter. I can't quite tell before the show. He's one of them. It's up in Canada, so I don't know how that affects everything. But Rhett, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
For becoming
it was probably like 7 Canadian, which is like 5. I think
he just chimed in. It is a $7 supporter. There you go, Rhett. Thank you so much for becoming a supporter of the show. Join in so many other people in the chat that are supporters. We love it. We thank you guys so much for it. It's awesome. You're going to get some cool stuff for it. Dan, you've got some cool stuff coming out to you. We love all you guys showing up as supporters. It helps us out so much. And so thank you guys so much. We truly, truly, truly fucking appreciate it.
Yeah, whoa, that was a little much, dude. It was like you kind of crowbarred
according
that
to
in
JVB,
there.
that's number 40.
You sounded like I remember, like, did you guys ride like the bus to school, like the public bus?
Yeah.
Yellow bus.
Yellow bus in elementary school, but public bus once we got into junior high. And I remember, like, the cool kids sitting in the back. And I remember like this one cool kid, they weren't really cool, but this one cool kid, just, it was every other word like, fuck, man, fuck. But it wasn't like authentic. It wasn't authentically them. Like, it didn't come from the heart. And I was just like, God, man, where's your soul? You know what I mean? Like, how about you use the words that you want to use instead of what you think I want to hear? You know what I mean? That's what you sounded like, Jeff.
I did crowbar it in there very much. Yeah, very much.
If you, hey, you either feel it or you don't, man.
Yeah. I feel
fucking A, man.
Fucking A. You can also find the show notes for this episode, links to the stories or mentions we had at welikedrinking.com/episodes. All right. I still can't look at the chat. Like, it's lit up right now, and it's all curse words.
Words in the chat. I think our after party is just us reading the entire chat out loud.
That may be it. That may be it. All right. A little bit of a short show tonight. It's a little bit chaotic. We apologize for that. We'll get back to the normal operations next week when we welcome the folks from Drinksmith on, and we're all going to be down on them, except Solomon won't be drinking the hibiscus haze. We know, is there any left? Is it?
Yeah, there's a little left. This is really good. Like, and that's what I love out of a cocktail, where it's like, I feel like I'm continuously taking it in. I'm absorbing the flavors, but it's not like I pounded this thing or felt like there was a need to pound. It's just been a slow, steady step, the entire time. It's great. I really like this. I can see why it's made to share with somebody else.
So we can't wait to talk to them next week. But now is the time of the show where I get to say, okay, panel, let's take one last trip around this table and get some final thoughts before we shut off the lights. John Ruyak.
So I wasn't sure what the fuck to say for this, but if you're a Patreon, you get after parties, and I think we're going to record one, and you're going to hear all the stories of all the difficulties I've had in the last 10 days at the brewery, and it's been a hellacious 10 days. But you know what? I still love my job. I brew beer, and people drink it, and that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, man. And that's what it's Eccles. That's what the natural folks sounds like.
I can roll them out naturally, Jeff Solomon. I do have that ability. Do you have anything to end the show with?
Yeah, cut the music. Just because earlier somebody brought it up, and I just thought I'd bring it back a little. Is it called a reprise when you bring it back? Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Olympus Mons.
In other words, oh my! I like the Olympus Mons part. In other words, darling, kiss me. Yeah. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I said in other words. In other words, I love this hazy hibiscus drink. Bring it back.
I think the best decision we had this week was, with no plan, we all chose the highest ABV drinks we could get our hands on. That was a great idea. And with that, I'll say thanks again for joining us at the We Like Drinking podcast,
where you'll never drink alone. You ever wonder what it was like to be in the Three Stooges? Oh, take that.
Pick two. Any two.
Everyone at home's going like this.
Wow. See you later, JVB. Thanks for joining us.
hanging out.
Bye, JBB. Happy
Wow.
Fat Tuesday.
That was some shit right there.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Fuss
And
A
we-
time.
lot of lurkers came out at the very end. It was good to see Teffrey. Good to see you, Teffrey.
Teffrey
we were-
chomped in there.
Yeah.
He liked our enthusiasm.
It's just all red hashtag lurk and jerk.
Ditnersoid. It Ditnersoid.
That's Dan. That's Dan.
Okay. I like Ditnersoid.
Wasted Tuesdays are the breast.
I like Laura wrote hashtag MF lurker.
Motherfucking lurker. Holy
That's
crap.
wonderful.
I really had to block the chat out at the end. But yeah, Mom, we're all red faced. That's the truth. All right. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. That was sorry for the chaos. Sorry for the all the mix up going in tonight. We still had fun. The good thing is that John and I will have the drinks for next week. We'll be even more prepared. I think next week's going to be a really, really, really good show. There's so much to talk to these guys about.
Yeah.
So,
It's a really good sure.
all right. So we're going to let everybody go and we will talk to you all next week.
Bye, guys.